Hey, you on the other side? Before anything else, there's something I need to tell you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I care about you. Truly. Even if we've never met, I'm rooting for you. I want you to feel welcome here, to know that you're not alone on this crazy, challenging, and sometimes beautiful journey called life. I've been through a lot, learned, fallen, and gotten back up. And I created this space exactly for that. So we can share experiences, talk about our struggles, our strength, our stories, and grow together. The decision to create this channel was born out of my own experiences, with countless hardships and a considerable collection of failures. But the truth is, life has also gifted me with moments of great joy. And it's this full journey, with its deep sorrows and radiant joys, that I want to share with you. My greatest intention here is to build a real network of friends. I want to be a listening ear for your stories, a shoulder for your struggles, a partner in celebrating your dreams, and a confidant for those sacred moments you hold in your heart. Right now, is something weighing you down, stealing your peace, and knocking you over? Or on the contrary, is there a strong motivation inside you, just waiting to be shared? Yes, I truly want to get to know you. I want to read your comments, share your smiles, and help wipe away your tears. I mean that sincerely. This space will be one of mutual exchange, of knowledge, support, and authentic life experiences. A place we can build as a solid foundation. You might be wondering right now, who are you, anyway? Maybe you're asking yourself whether this is just some AI project talking to you, and perhaps questioning why a stranger would genuinely care about your well-being. Am I right? Then let's make this clear from the start. I'm not a robot, nor an AI creation. I'm a human being. And when I say I care, that I want the best for you, that I truly long to be your friend and know your story in depth, I mean every word. My name is Anthony. We'll have plenty of time to get to know each other better. As I mentioned, I'll be sharing my own stories and the many lessons life has taught me. And soon, you'll see my face here too. But I want you to understand that the main focus of this channel isn't just my journey. It's the journey of every person who walks this virtual path with us. Yes, we can smile, cry, pray together. We can grow, overcome challenges, and reach our greatest dreams. We can share the essence of what it means to be human. I mentioned I've lived through very difficult times, remember? They were seasons of overwhelming loneliness, a deep, crushing loneliness. I had to face intense storms in my life. And the worst part was, I kept everything to myself. There was no one to talk to, no one I could truly open up to. And in some moments, all I received in return were judgments and criticism. It wasn't enough to deal with the pain of my own struggles. I still had to handle the stones thrown at me. And believe me, most of those attacks came from the person closest to me, the one who should have been my support and strength in those moments. It went on for years. The same persistent pain. There was a time when the light in my eyes faded. My expression was marked by sadness, and I couldn't see a way out. Years later, a friend told me something that hit hard. He said, "You used to be our symbol of joy, always smiling, full of life, and then suddenly, you changed. Your eyes lost their spark. There was no life in them. You became a zombie." And sadly, he was right. That's exactly what happened. We'll talk more about all of that in future videos. But in the midst of all that anguish, something incredible was born. It was during the height of what felt like endless suffering that I turned to God for help. I didn't give up. Yes, there were tears, but I held on. And then, something transforming happened. A new path began to take shape. A journey of growth and discovery. Today, I'm not someone who's wildly successful, with millions in the bank, luxury cars, or a mansion. And I'm deeply thankful to God for that, because I wouldn't trade my faith for any material wealth. The most precious thing I've found is the fullness of a life lived close to God, through the good times and the bad. He's always by my side, without judgment or blame. Over time, I've learned that what he wants most from us is closeness, trust, and surrender. We'll share more about that in upcoming videos. I know many people, even close ones, who have everything I mentioned: health, money, luxury, yet they can't even lift their eyes toward God. They show off their success, promote themselves, and remain trapped in the emptiness of empty illusions. But now, I'd like to shift the focus to you. If you're going through a difficult time right now, I want you to remember one thing. You are not alone. Keep that in your heart. Feel free to share your story with me by email, even if it's just a vent. My email address is whereistogether@gmail.com. I'll do my best to read every message because I deeply value getting to know the journey of every single person who stops by this channel. Even if I can't reply to each message personally, please know this. Your words will be received with care and included in my prayers. Your successes, heartbreaks, struggles, hopes, dreams, your message will always be welcome here. You're not alone. Trust and never give up. Never. I know that sometimes life can feel lonely, right? as if we're on an island surrounded by a vast ocean of people, but still deeply alone in our experiences and our thoughts. The internal struggles, those silent battles we fight within ourselves, can make us believe that we're the only ones going through it. That knot in your throat that comes out of nowhere, the weight on your shoulders that refuses to leave, that persistent feeling that something is missing or that something just isn't right. Adversities, they come, don't they? Like relentless waves that hit us when we least expect it. Losses that hurt as if a piece of us were being torn away. Frustrations that make us doubt our abilities, our dreams, our worth. Relationships that fall apart, leaving behind a cold emptiness and the bitter reminder of a future that will no longer be. Sometimes it feels like the world conspires to bring us down, to test our strength to the limit. And in those moments, loneliness can become even sharper. The feeling of carrying a heavy burden without anyone to turn to, without an outstretched hand to ease the load. Love, a force so powerful, capable of lifting us to great heights and also plunging us into deep depths. When a relationship ends, it's as if an essential part of us leaves with it. The plans made, the dreams shared, the whispered promises, all disintegrating into dust in the wind. The pain of rejection, the confusion of misunderstandings, the loneliness of an empty bed, all of this can be overwhelming. And in those vulnerable moments, the pain intensifies with the feeling of being alone in the suffering. And here is a fundamental truth I want you to truly absorb. Even in what seems to be the darkest of scenarios, even in the face of an apparently insurmountable obstacle or an irreparable loss, there can exist a seed of something new. What now seems bad, that door that slammed shut, that road that turned into a dead end, can, believe me, be the herald of a great opportunity. A chance to recalculate the route, to discover an inner strength you didn't even know you had, to reinvent yourself and grow in ways you never imagined. And on this journey of rediscovery, we often find immense value in what is simple, in the small pleasures that used to go unnoticed. The warmth of the sun on your face, the smell of fresh coffee, the sound of rain on the window, the tight hug from a friend. Beauty often lies in the simplest things, in the most ordinary moments. And learning to appreciate that simplicity can be a balm for the soul, a constant reminder that even amid the chaos, there are still reasons to smile, to feel peace, happiness. It's not a distant destination to be reached, reserved only for a lucky few. It lives within each of us, waiting to be cultivated, to be found in the small things, in genuine connections, in accepting who we are and where we are. We can be happy, even amid the imperfections of life. Happiness is a choice, a perspective, a way of looking at the world and at ourselves with more kindness and gratitude. Do you feel frustrated sometimes? Of course you do. We all do. That feeling of being stuck, of not being able to move forward, of seeing your efforts seem in vain. Frustration can be corrosive, draining our motivation and self-confidence. But remember, frustration, many times, is a sign that something needs to change, that we need to find a new path, that it might be time to ask for help or simply take a deep breath and try again. And those days when the weight of the world seems to rest on your shoulders, those moments when your energy vanishes, your motivation evaporates, and sadness lingers like a persistent shadow. Have you been feeling down lately? If the answer is yes, I want you to know that it's okay. There's no shame in feeling. Sadness is part of the human experience, just like joy. Allow yourself to feel, embrace your emotions, but remember, this darkness is not your final destination. There is light waiting to break through the clouds. I know that sometimes words can feel empty, especially when they come from someone you can't see. But believe in the sincerity of these words coming from my heart directly to yours. I care about you. Your journey, your struggles, your victories, they all matter. You matter. Your existence has value and your voice deserves to be heard. This channel, this space we're building together, is for you. A safe place where you can feel welcomed, where your experiences, your successes, and even your frustrations can be shared without judgment. I'm here to listen, to be a friendly shoulder, even through a screen. To remind you in every new video that you are important, that you're strong, and that no matter what you're facing, you're not alone. Share your stories in the comments if you feel like it. Tell me how you're feeling. Let's build a support community together. A safe and honest space where we can uplift each other, share our journeys, and remember that even in the darkest nights, the light of hope always finds a way. You're not alone. I'm truly here for you, with an open heart and genuine care, and little by little, I hope you'll feel that. Stay close to God, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. I don't know if, at this moment, you're going through something. If there's something that's been making you sad or feel hopeless, but I want you to know one thing. I truly wish you well, with all my heart. Like I said before, I'm not a robot. I'm still going to share many of my joys, failures, and dreams with you. I want you to have faith. Believe that everything is going to be okay. I'm sure that God is with you right now. Talk to Him. Open your heart. Trust.